Hello, good morning and welcome back to the Fish Locker, out on the boat. This is a session targeting bass and bream. Now my bream fishing so far this year hasn't gone fantastically. This is like my 5th trip for a bream. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good afternoon. So far no bream, just loads of schoolie bass and dogfish. Now I'm up in an estuary and it is first light and I've got a flooding tide. I like to fish a rising tide early in the morning. Now I'm just setting my rods out now. I've just got very simple running ledger rigs on, or locked in lead rigs. I'm going to set this up here while I set the other rods up and you can keep an eye on it for me. But yeah, bass and bream today. The rigs I'm using, I'll show you them as I do them. But all the baits today is just ragworm. Strong hooks, sharp hooks, simple. Let's see how we do. Just made up like half a dozen hook lengths. And I'll pre-bait a few because bream are shoaling, they'll run in a shoal. So you want to spend the maximum amount of time with a bait in the water. Little pecking bream. There's definitely a shoal of little tiny bream down there. There it goes again. I'll have a scratch around and see if I've got some tiny hooks. See, I can see them passing through. I reckon they're black bream, they're about that big. Doesn't feel like a bream. Feels more like a twanging dogfish or a bullus. But it is a big bullus. Now that is a big bullus. That isn't a small one. Taken on a 1-0. There, look. Try and show you dealing with this guy, look. There's the hook, look, just in the corner of his mouth. Now this guy is a bruiser. Leave him in that tough tub there for a minute. Because yeah, he's a big one. I was just working round doing a rod change. Calm down. Just working round there doing a bait change. One of the rods I'd put down for like a little tiny scratching rig just keep getting pecked off. So they really are tiny. So I just brought all my rods in. I just started casting my rods back out. I cast that one rod back out. That was it. Perfect. Let's get these other rods cast back out. We'll see what else we can find. Yeah, he's a bruiser. Be over £10 that. Oh, still there. Sometimes they can do that. Same as like when you're flounder fishing. If you haven't had any bites in a while, give your rods a reel. Just 1 or 2 winds on the handle, just to move the bait on the bottom. Because it creates a little bit of disturbance. If there's a fish nearby, it can maybe catch its attention. So it's just up in there. I didn't convert it into a bite, so I didn't do it properly, but yeah, that's what was supposed to happen. Oh, there's a bite. I think we've just had a shoaler schoolie bass move through. Of course, both rods I'm getting like little tiny rattling bites on. Generally, a textbook bream bite is like it's like a proper screamer. The rod tip will hoop round, and ideally you only have a drag set quite light, just so that it can take line. Because quite often they'll grab hold of a bait and then they'll start to run. And if they feel any resistance, they'll just open the mouth and leave it. Hopefully that's a sign that the fish are coming through. Schoolie bass. There you go. All it was a locked in lead with a, call it 2.5 foot hook length with a 1/0 specimen extra with some ragworm. I'm waiting for that bullhuss to calm down before I can get a weight on it. Yeah, that's definitely a double figure bullhuss. How crazy. £20 fluoro, 1/0 hook in 4 metres of water. There is another one. A little spiky bait robber. Oh no, you come. Just a 1/0 hook with some ragworm. There you go. Right, I've got a weighing net for that bullhuss. Just get this rod cast back up. clip on one of my pre-baited hook lengths, cast straight back out. Yeah, I have a weighing net for bigger fish, for big rays, for eels, for things like that. Fish that I want to release, fish that I don't want to risk harming. I mean, things like a ling, where I'm going to take it for the table, I'll dispatch it and then weigh it. But I have a net that I made, a net sack, and I've just had the fish recovery. Right, the net sack weighs 8 ounces. I've got a feeling that that fish is going to be around about 13-14 pounds. I don't know, well, you can see that there. It's coming at 13.11. $13.11 minus 8 ounces. Like what, 13.2? How ridiculous is that? Just look at the size of it. You can tell the difference between these and dogfish, not only because of its monstrous great size. You'd never get a dogfish above about 6 pounds, but also because of these nasal flaps here. Also tell this is a male because of those claspers there. There we go. Yep, not what I was expecting. There's another. They are stunning, aren't they? I do love bass. Gorgeous looking fish. One last look. I think I'll have to change that other bait then. If I'm getting loads of bites on one rod and I'm getting nothing on the other, chances are that the bait's gone on the other rod. So all I've got is I've just got my ragworm in a little tray like that, and I pre-bait a few hook lengths. So that when the fish come in, just unclip one, clip another one back on, cast it out. This is what keeps thrashing me bait. Look at how small that is. They're just a mass of spines, and when they're this size they just thrash around and you just end up with about 5 holes in your hand. But yeah, I think that's as small as they come. Could barely get the hook in his mouth. Greedy little tyke. Just getting lots of them, so I think we might move spots. Well, they seem to have followed me. I've never seen bass so small. Can barely get the hooks in his mouth. Greedy sod. Just got to fish through them. The way it's swirling feels like a dogfish or a bullus. Dogfish! Come here, come here. In fact, just put you straight in that tub. Could do without catching them. Yeah, all they do is they end up rasping the trace up. They are a bit of a pain. They eat all the good bait, they rasp up all the trace, they roll around on the trace and rub all your line up and weaken it. And then when you get them on the boat, they either spew up or they poop. So yeah, do without catching them. The tide is just turning. We're right on the top of the slack. So the boat is swinging around all over the place. I'm going to give it like another half an hour. But it's just yeah, I've just got a load of boats just started swinging around and all of a sudden just started getting bites on both the rods. All else just broke loose. Just had like a really heavy downpour of rain. Wasn't it? Just all of a sudden, almost out of nowhere. All of a sudden out of nowhere, just kind of crashed it down. I mean, it's why I'm looking a little bit down. Just pulled out another cracking bullhuss on a spinning rod. That was a right palaver. I couldn't turn the camera, I'd covered the camera up. I'd covered the camera up because of the rain. And I just finished unhooking that and the other rod's just gone with that little bass on there. So yeah, I've got a bullhuss down there in that bucket of water recovering. Yeah, at the same time the boat's spinning round, the rain come on. It always happens all at the same time, doesn't it? Right. Now that the rain stopped and I've kind of got my life in order. Yeah, that all just happened all at once. With the tide dropped away, so the boat started swinging around. As you can see now, we're swinging about still. We've still got a tiny bit of tide pulling us that way, the wind across. So the boat was swinging round, causing slack line. When I didn't register I had a bite until it had wrapped round itself. And it was another cracking bullhuss. Not as big as the one before, but still a big one. I put this one as being about, I don't know, £6 or £7. And then a load of scully bass come on. So So yeah, I managed to bring that one in, unhook it all, got it all wrapped up, cast another one out, and it was just madness. At the same time it was pouring down with rain. Oh, the rain started again. Make this the last bait. Especially if all I'm going to be catching is dogfish. So far this morning I've just had a million little schoolies, and this one felt like one all the way to the boat. So I didn't even turn the camera on. But there is your Gilthead Bream. That is what all the fuss was about. Now, although this one isn't a massive one, it's still a nice size one. Keep him in that tub there. Get another bait out real quick. I'll have a talk to you about it. As you can tell, I'm out again after a bream. I will not be beaten. I came out with a friend of mine and had a session in the afternoon, like a couple of days after the last episode in this video, and I lost a monster. It was a very big bream, and I thought, that's just what lighted the fire underneath me. I thought, I'm going to have one. So I'm out again today. So far I hadn't even bothered turning the camera on, just because I'm getting plagued with tiny schoolies and scad, would you believe it? And horse mackerel and little tiny schoolies like this. And yeah, that one felt just like a schoolie. Another little rattling bite like that. Struck into it, just wound it straight to the boat like that, thinking, oh, another schoolie. Got it to the side of the boat, it was a bream. That is a Gilthead Bream. You can see the gold band across its eyes. That's what all the fuss was about. Now, although that isn't a massive one, it is still an eating size. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep him in here for 10 or 15 minutes and let him recover. If I catch another one that's bigger, I'll let him go. Keep that one. I would like to be able to take this to my father-in-law, Jim. So yes, finally, a bream! In the boat. Just got it in the boat. There's a little tiny Gilthead Bream. A lot paler than the last one. But yeah, I thought that was going to happen. Getting a lot of little tiny bites, and it's the smaller ones. Slip him in there to recover. I'll get a photo of him and I'll put him back. But yep, shoaling fish, they're coming in a group. And here's those two bream. Now the larger one you can see, which has all the colours you would expect. Absolutely stunning, aren't they? You see those teeth in there as well. Whereas the smaller one, it's that pale, it almost looks like a black bream. It's like an albino, isn't it? In comparison. Yes, just lots and lots of these little tiny spiky baby bass. Just savaging my baits now. Fish these last baits out for 5 minutes, then we'll go. If this video has shown you nothing else, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Yeah, finally got one in the boat. I did lose another good one today. I lit a fire under myself last session because I lost a really good fish. Yep, so I came back today full of vigour and I managed to get two in the boat. This isn't the biggest one, but it is a prime example of a Gilthead Bream. They are beautiful, aren't they? Now I don't take many fish, but Jim and I do love bream. So I'm going to dispatch this fish and I'm going to take it to Jim at Spargos kitchen. I'm going to do a catch and cook. I hope this has been interesting for you. I hope you've enjoyed the video. All the very best. See you later.